A fast protein liquid chromatography, called FPLC, is a form of high-performance chromatography that takes advantage of high resolution made possible by small diameter stationary phases. Äkta Pure allows this type of chromatography. It is intended for purification of biomolecules, in particular proteins, for research purposes, and it is available with two core module configurations, one for flow rates up to 25 milliliters per minute and one for flow rates up to 150 milliliters per minute. The equipment is named according to its flow rate. It has a flexible system that allows the user to configure both hardware and software to meet many purification needs, named Unicorn. The user can adjust, for example, the number of columns, inlets, outlets, and detectors, and choose between different ways to apply and collect samples. Also, the instrument can be easily extended with additional valves, detectors, and fraction collectors.
To run the equipment, it is necessary to wash it according to the manual with warm water to remove salts and avoid variations in pressure or absorbance. Also, it is essential to have the complete solutions as buffers and samples and configure the specific volumes and flows according to the analyzed protein with the help of the software mentioned before, that is Unicorn, which describes chromatographic step by step. Buffer and samples need prior microfiltration. It's so important this step.
First, we need to install the column inlet tube and outlet bulb, fitting it into the equipment. Then insert the membrane column carefully into the holder so it is secured properly. Continue attaching the column inlet and outlet tubing into the sample inlet of the Äkta Pure and into the fraction collector. It is important to prevent air bubbles from entering the column. It is also important to pack and equilibrate the column before loading the sample. The loop column is a small metal or glass tube, usually with a volume in the range of a few microliters to a few milliliters. Depending on the required injection volume, the loop is placed between the sample injection valve and the chromatography column. We usually load the sample with a syringe, allowing the loop to fill completely. In some phases, we inject the sample from the loop, not always. In regeneration and re-equilibration, the loop is closed.
To avoid the formation of bubbles within the system, it is recommended to verify the volume packaging in the inlet, applying 1 milliliter extra of the sample to get rid of the air. Otherwise, the results may not be reliable, the pressure increase, and the rotation time decrease. The buffers are already set to 0.5 to 1 liter, and the samples have to go through a filtration and ultrafiltration processes. Daily maintenance, washing the pipes with warm water and alkaline solution frequently, and technical maintenance every year.
In the method setting, you have to specify the parameters of each step in order to recover the waste, purify the product, and taking care of the equipment by controlling the flow rates of the buffers in the sample. The configuration of the steps depends on the product that is going to pass through the equipment, and it is recommended to add extra steps to regenerate the system flow. In this case, we used equilibration, sample application, column wash, elution, equilibration 1, and equilibration 2.